We got drama. We got the Detroit Three upset with each other. We have Ford and GM blasting Ram over asking for a truck waiver for a new Trump tariff taking effect November 1st, impacting medium duty and heavy duty trucks. Meanwhile, we could see some price changes, increases for heavy duty trucks from Ram, maybe the others. And then on the medium duty side, we could see changes happening to semi trucks and maybe even your garbage truck get more expensive. That's possible. Hey, it's Tim. Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. It's drama today, and that's always fun to talk about. So it's always on pickuptrucktalk.com. Hot off the presses. This is just interesting stories. I love the drama going on. But sadly, the drama is between GM and Ford and Ram, but you as a consumer, well, you need to know about this, especially if you're a fleet company or if you're looking at heavy duty truck this fall or winter. Unfortunately, there's could be some bad news coming down the pipeline for you guys. So, a fight over a new 25% medium and heavy duty tariff waiver has GM and Ford applauding the move, while Ram Trucks seeks a waiver to avoid a massive hit to their businesses. Yeah, so this is the Saltillo, which I hope I'm saying it right, plant in Mexico. That's the Ram Trucks plant. But basically, what it is effective November 1st, 2025. President Trump is putting a tariff on heavy duty trucks and medium duty trucks. So together, they're supposed to be October 1st for medium duty, but now he's doing heavy duty. He delayed it by a month. The Commerce Department granted a month exception as well, listing to companies like Kenworth and Volvo trucks and things to see what's going on from their viewpoint on stuff. These trucks are deemed a threat to national security, and opposing a tariff will help U.S. companies from threats to unfair outside competition, as according to a Reuters story citing the Trump administration. Both tariffs on medium duty and heavy duty trucks will impact everything from HT trucks like your Ram 2500. Ford won't affect the Ford F-250, but that's an example of a truck. GMC 2500 will affect that truck. And also impact things like delivery trucks, garbage trucks, public utility trucks like the Ram 4500, 5500 chassis cabs, transit vehicles, shuttles, school buses, tractor trailer trucks, semi trucks, heavy duty vocational vehicles. The top 5 countries importing these trucks to the United States are Mexico, Canada, Japan, Germany, and Finland. Interesting to hear Finland. These countries are, quote, allies or close partners of the United States, posing no threat to U.S. national security, according to the U.S. Commerce or U.S. Chamber of Commerce. They have urged the Commerce Department to reconsider the tariff. In April, the U.S. Commerce Department began investigating heavy truck imports under Section 232 of the Trade Expansion Act. This law permits import taxes on goods considered vital to U.S. national security. The probe targets medium heavy-duty trucks over 10,000 pounds and their parts, noting that most U.S. imports come from few foreign suppliers accused of predatory trade practices, according to Newsweek. And then keep in mind, today is Wednesday, October 8th, and the Supreme Court is supposed to rule on whether the tariffs, or most of them or all of them, are actually legal in the first place. So more drama in the air for that stuff. So Ford came out and applauded the move for the tariffs. Ford's CEO Jim Farley's been in the news last week or so. He's done a couple different podcasts and things. He applauds the move to the tariffs, saying it will help their company, Ford, since they have focused on growing their U.S. manufacturing base. If you pay attention to tariffs at all this last summer, I've done a lot of videos on this. Ford has been out there, and they've had lots of graphics and lots of imagery showing how much manufacturing they have here in the United States. He says this is really a big deal for our country and for Ford. Said in a previous interview when discussing these new tariffs, but we have a lot of competition from overseas, and 25% tariff would be a really big deal. They've made a point talking about tariffs. They also have a new $30,000 electric truck in Louisville, Kentucky, announced last month with a $2 billion investment happening in Kentucky. They currently build the F650 and 750 in the Ohio Assembly plant in Avon Lake, Ohio, and the Super Duty trucks are built in Louisville, Kentucky, and that same plant in Ohio. GM is mostly unaffected by the tariff. I say mostly. Most of the trucks are going to be built in Flint, Michigan, also in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and some plants are built some vehicles are built in Oshawa, Canada. Not a lot in Oshawa, but they do build some GMC heavy-duty trucks in Silao, Mexico. That plant has been in the crosshairs for ongoing discussions of tariffs. Also, some light-duty trucks there as well. Ram Trucks is like, hold on, guys, here. hold on a minute. They are going to be hit hard by this. The entire Ram heavy duty lineup is built south of the border. Saltillo is how I'm going to say it. I think that's how you pronounce it. Is the entire facility. They build all Ram heavy duty trucks down there. They build a lot of light duty trucks. Actually, the entire light duty lineup is built here in the United States. They did talk about last year about expanding some plants in Mexico for the overage of vehicles to be built of light duty in Mexico because they plan on launching the Ram Charger, which is turned into the extended range EV of the Ram 1500 in the plant in Warren, Michigan. We're going to build the electric vehicle truck until they killed that in Michigan. And they want to keep building more light duty trucks. So they want to have an overflow facility. So we're going to build that in Mexico. And now this tariff stuff's all come up. So I'm not sure where that plan is at the moment. But yeah, they build everything down there. They build the 2500, 3500, 4500 chassis cab, 5500 chassis cab. It's all built in Saltillo, Mexico. And according to S&P Global data cited by Bloomberg, so S&P Global is a company that gets all this data. They look at sales data or bin data that I cannot unfortunately buy. I've asked them several times to buy it, and they won't sell it to me. I know, it's kind of maddening. But apparently they have data from last year that said Stellantis, that's the parent company of Ram Trucks these days, says that they produced 206,962 Ram 2500 and 3500 heavy trucks in Mexico. Ford built nearly 400,000 Super Duty pickups at U.S. plants, while GM assembled about 266,000 heavy-duty trucks in the United States. So 206,000 Ram 2500 and 3500 trucks are built in Mexico. Just those trucks. So add in, I don't know, a few, maybe 50,000 more chassis cabs, and that's a huge amount of their overall truck business that will be impacted by these tariffs. So I don't know, that's what they have for those numbers. Let's check those numbers with the sales data I have, because I put the sales data up every month. Here you go. This is Q4 of last year's sales data. I was like, well, let me double check those numbers. So we have 2024 Q4 sales numbers. Ford F Series last year for the entire year, they sold 765,000 trucks for the entire year. And so the Bloomberg had the news from S&P Global at 400,000 Super Duties. That leaves 365,000 light duties. Interesting to know. And then we said about, what did we say about for the, let me check the story one more time and get those numbers. I put both of them on the screen. Hold on. Okay, so I pulled the data story. It said they sold 266,000 heavy-duty trucks. That's what the S&P Global says for their story. GM actually reports the numbers for heavy-duty now. Let's put them up. So we have heavy-duty sold last year was 183,746. Let's see how close the S&P Global numbers are. And then the GMC was 108,127. So I have a number of 291,873 minus 266,000. So they were off by 25,000 trucks. Okay, so that's fairly close. Not really. That's way off. So Stellantis produced 206,000. So if you look at Ram trucks were 373,000. So the majority of their trucks were, but maybe say about half were heavy duties is a good way to say that. So about half of Ram's truck business is heavy duty trucks. I think we can say that accurately. And that's going to be impacted. So that's what the big beef is. Ram anticipates half of their truck business being 25% more expensive than the competition. And so they'd have to eat those costs or somehow pass those costs along to other trucks in the lineup and lose the profits or raise the prices like we've seen Ford do, we've seen GM do, we've seen them move the profits around, create new trim levels that have less options. We've seen this happen, which means when you go to buy a new truck in 2026 model year, you'll see less options of those trucks, you'll see less packaging, less things at a higher price point is what I anticipate happening for rest of 2026 when these tariffs take place, because I don't see Stellantis, even though they're talking about investing $10 billion in the United States this year. It's 5 years, guys. I don't see them moving production back United States anytime soon to get away from these tariffs. And truck and manufacturers plan out in 10-year time spans. So they're not that nimble. Interesting stuff. But drama. What do you guys think? Put comments down below. Curious to get thoughts. Check out the website as well. Pickuptrucktalk.com. And the video's up over here. As always, thanks for watching. As the truck world turns, I will see you down the road.